Okay, so what if I told you that one of the oldest business models on the internet, the local directory, has been given a complete AI-powered upgrade? Seriously, forget everything you think you know. Today, we are breaking down the entire blueprint for a scalable, semi-automated business that you can actually build right now. And yeah, that number on the screen, 5 grand a month. Let's be super clear from the get-go. This isn't some hypothetical pie-in-the-sky number. This is a real, tangible, and repeatable target. This is the exact financial goal we're building our step-by-step plan to hit. So what's the big secret? What makes this possible now? In one word, AI. Before, if you wanted to build a directory, it was just this massive headache, a slow, manual, painful grind. But with AI, the whole game gets flipped on its head. It's fast, it's automated, and it is built for massive scale from day one. AI is literally the key that unlocks this entire opportunity. So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the big idea, the AI directory revolution. Then we'll dive into finding a truly profitable goldmine niche. After that, we'll get into the nuts and bolts of building the automated engine. Then, the fun part, the 5K a month monetization plan. And we'll wrap it all up by showing you how to turn this into a major asset you can actually sell. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the AI directory revolution. This is all about understanding how we're taking something as simple as a business listing and turning it into a high-performance revenue engine. Now, the model itself is beautiful in its simplicity, but it is so powerful. Here's how it works. First, you capture traffic from people who aren't just browsing. These are people with high intent. They're ready to buy something. Think about someone searching for emergency HVAC repair near me. They're in a panic. You become their hero. You show them a curated list of the best local options, you send them over to a business that pays you, and boom, you get paid for making that connection. You're monetizing the exact moment of decision. Okay, now we're at what I believe is the single most important decision you're going to make in this whole process, and that is finding your goldmine niche. I really can't stress this enough. Getting this right can be the difference between a constant struggle and an absolute runaway success. You know, the key to a great niche really just comes down to simple economics. You want to find industries where a single customer is incredibly valuable and where businesses are already spending big bucks to find them. Take the legal field, for instance. One personal injury case can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So yeah, law firms will pay a huge premium for those leads. It's the same thing with emergency services like roofing or HVAC. I mean, when your basement is flooding, you are not price shopping. You need help now. High urgency equals high value. And this is where a really cool strategy called micro-authority comes into play. The goal is to avoid going broad. Don't build a directory for just lawyers in Miami. That's way too competitive. Instead, you become the definitive go-to resource for pedestrian accident lawyers in Miami. See? That hyperspecificity means less competition, which leads to easier SEO wins, higher conversion rates, and leads that are just way more valuable. But hey, don't just guess, you have to validate your idea. And here's a quick checklist for you. First, just search for your keywords. Best service in city. What pops up? Are the top results a bunch of weak, outdated websites or just Yelp? That's a huge opportunity. Then you do the money check. Look at the Google Ads cost per click, the CPC. This tells you what businesses are already paying for a single visitor. If they're paying over $50 a click, that's an excellent niche. Over 100, my friend, that's a certified goldmine. Okay, so you found your niche. Now it's time to build the engine. We're talking about a website architecture that is designed for massive scale, right from the very start. The right site structure really has 4 core parts. You start with a homepage for a general overview. Then you create location pages that target specific cities. From there, each individual business gets its own detailed listing page. And finally, you support all of that with a blog or a resource hub to build authority and help with SEO. This structure is clean, it's logical, and it's absolutely built to scale. Now, the magic that powers all of this scale is something called programmatic SEO. Don't let the name scare you off. It's actually pretty simple. All it means is that you create one master template, and then you use a database of dynamic data, things like business names, cities, and services, to automatically generate hundreds or even thousands of unique optimized pages. Let me show you exactly how it works. You design one master page template, and then, using your data, you instantly create a page for the best roofers in Miami. Then, you just swap out the data, and just like that, you've got another page targeting top plumbers in Austin. Swap it again for affordable dentists in Houston. You see? This is how you create a massive digital footprint with incredible efficiency, targeting countless valuable keywords all at once. Okay, we've built the traffic engine. Now let's talk about the important part. How do we turn it into $5,000 a month? This is the monetization plan. The foundation of your revenue is a tiered listing model. You give every relevant business a free basic listing. That's how you build up your directory. But then you sell premium placements, a featured spot at the top of the page for, say, $100 or $200 a month, or a premium package with a highlighted badge and more leads for up to $500 a month. It's a simple, powerful, recurring revenue model. But tiered listings are just the foundation. The profit really explodes with a pay-per-lead model. So instead of a flat monthly fee, you charge businesses for every single qualified call or email you send their way. And the math is pretty compelling. If your site generates just 150 leads a month and you charge an average of $40 for each one, well, that's $6,000 a month right there. Finally, let's look at the big picture. This isn't just about creating monthly income. It's about building a valuable digital asset that you can one day sell for a major exit. And scaling this business is surprisingly straightforward. You perfect your model in one city first. Once it's profitable and running smoothly, you just duplicate the system. Your Miami roofer directory becomes a template for an Orlando directory, then a Dallas one. Your revenue scales right along with each new market you enter. And here's the ultimate goal. These directory sites are highly saleable assets, typically valued at anywhere from 30 to 50 times their monthly profit. So that $5,000 a month business we've been building, that becomes a potential exit of $150,000 to $250,000. This is how a side project can turn into a significant financial windfall. So remember, this blueprint is proven and it's repeatable, the technology is accessible, the strategy is clear. The only question left is the one you need to ask yourself. What local market will you dominate first? Okay.